Strange. So strange. So strange. Yeah, boy. I really didn't do my diligence earlier today. There was a response or there was a message from Cheetah. I was looking on his Facebook. I guess he's not on Facebook anymore. He's on Instagram. But Cheetah has responded to Jake. And this really feels like YouTube drama right now, like a YouTube drama channel response thing, not something that you typically find in the punk rock world per se. But we're going to go there. We're going to go there tonight. So I guess, I was really wanting to hear how Cheetah could possibly rationalize or justify what, was posted in that press release from Cleopatra. And I was thinking in my head, oh, there's what could it possibly be? What will give us like an insight into the mind of Cheetah as to why he would go this route? And basically we get a non-answer. It's a non-answer response where I think Cheetah pretty much, by responding the way that he has, pretty much said all that's really needed to be said in regards to what he was potentially thinking or planning in this situation. So he posted a day ago. So remember, Jake, go watch the previous video that I posted earlier today. If you didn't see it, he responded to Jake just yesterday. Jake 2 days ago was like, I'm out of the band, blah, blah, blah. I'm out of the Cheetah Chrome band, and I can't in good conscience. They're trying to turn my voice into a Stiv Bators A.I robot voice, and I don't want any part of it. And I'm out, and I have integrity. And, again, I do respect that kind of integrity. I do. Because a guy like that, getting a chance to be on an album with like James Williamson and Clem Burke and Glen Matlock, and it's pretty huge. And Cheetah Chrome as well, Here's what Cheetah has to say in response. He posted, oh, what happened? Yeah, there we go. There it is. Okay, there's Cheetah giving the finger, flipping the bird. And he says, it has come to my attention that our former singer is disparaging the band and label over something he does not completely understand that has been explained to him repeatedly by myself and Carol and Cleopatra Records. Jake has his issues with AI, as do I. There are no plans I am aware of to use Stiv's voice on any recordings at this time. I'm looking to have an open mind and not cut my nose off to spite my face over something I really don't understand and kill possible artistic advantages or revenue streams for the entire band over my personal feelings. Apparently, Jake is. They say ignorance is bliss. Well, Jake, you must be the happy as a pig in shit today. Little heart emoji. What a terrible response, honestly. I mean, it would have been a lot better if he just kind of doubled down on it. I mean, I hate to say this because I know that Cheetah Chrome hates Trump, but that was the most Trumpish sort of response that he could have given. Like, I mean, do you really, what it is? It's a response that kind of insults the intelligence of someone who does understand. Let's just take that again. Let's break this down real quick. He says that it's come to my attention that our former singer is disparaging the band and label over something that he does not completely understand. What does he not completely understand? What from that press release are we not supposed to, are we not completely understanding? I think it's pretty friggin' clear what is being implied here, right? Like, I guess we can't definitively say for certain, but let's go back to the press release for a minute, okay? It's right here. Let's see what it, so look, the press release says, hold on, let me find the line. Cheetah Chrome's vocals are artfully dusted with Stiv's iconic presence. How are they artfully dusted, Cheetah? Tell me, please tell me how they are artfully dusted. As in you're using AI to enhance your vocals to sound like Stiv Bators. That's literally what's going on here, or that's what it seems. Allegedly, that's what it seems is going on here. Like, you're literally doing one thing and your label is releasing a press release saying so, and then you're going to Instagram, you're denying that that's what's happening. This is literally what's happening here. Okay, that is exactly what you're doing. What is quote unquote dusting? How does Jake misunderstand? How do any of us misunderstand that? I mean, Jake copy and pasted the thing, the thing from the contract, man. He says there are no plans that I'm aware of to use Stiv's voice on any recordings at this time. They literally, okay. He says there are no plans to use Stiv's voice at this time. Cheetah's vocals are artfully dusted with Stiv's iconic presence. What does that mean? What's Stiv's iconic presence? How do you do that without having Stiv's vocals or an algorithm that changes your vocal cords to tonally match Stiv Bators? Okay, ensuring that the new material retains the raw, visceral energy that defined the Dead Boys sound. I mean, that's like a jumbled up. That's a $20 sentence to say we're using AI on Cheetah Chrome's vocals to make it sound like Stiv Bator, you know, and he's trying to make it sound like we're too stupid to understand. Is it like what? There are no plans I'm aware of to use Stiv's voice on any recording time. He says, and then he says, I'm looking to have an open mind and not cut off my nose to spite my face over something I really don't understand. So you're admitting that you don't really understand what Cleopatra is doing. When Cleopatra says they are dusting your vocals, most likely they're putting your vocals through a computer and conforming them to sound like Stiv Bator's voice, right? Like, so there you go, man. And kill possible artistic advantages or revenue streams. Like, talk about like trying to talk like a friggin' businessman. Why can't you just say, they're going to give me a payday for me to use Stiv's voice, make my voice sound like Stiv on a Dead Boys record, trying to sell a Dead Boys record. You talk about missing artistic advantages and revenue streams. You know, I mean, you're basically saying, Cheetah, the way that I read this, the way that I interpret it as you're reading it, not saying that this is what your intention, I'm saying this is what I'm reading, is they're basically saying, you're denying it. You're claiming that Jake does not completely understand, but that you also don't completely understand, and that you're trying to keep an open mind because you're receptive to making money. That's what you're saying. Ramey's here. He's saying, I think they're trying to basically use AI to auto-tune his voice to a point that it's just Stiv's vocals being manipulated via whatever gets on. Like, I mean, yeah, probably. Like, he also says, I commented on your last video how I've seen this done live. It was freaky to hear Lead's vocals emulated by a backing vocalist via some MacBooks and a little AI auto-tune magic. I mean, they're trying to sell us Stiv Bator's voice as I mean, talk about that's selling out. That to me is selling out. Changing your voice to sound like your dead lead singer to make some money. I mean, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. You know, and then going on Instagram and like denying it up and down. Apparently Jake is. They say ignorant. I mean, this is just such a bullshit statement. To kill any artistic advantages or revenue streams for the entire band over my personal feelings. Apparently Jake is. They say ignorance is bliss. Well, Jake, you must be happy as a pig in shit today. Like, that doesn't even make any sense, man. It really doesn't. He says Jake has his issues with AI, as do I. So what are your issues? You apparently having your voice put through a Stiv Bators machine, so it sounds like Stiv Bators, is not one of those issues that you have with, or at least when money is involved. That's what it feels like, Cheetah. Cheetah, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? So this was the first post that he left. And he doesn't really respond to any of the comments here, but in the second post he does. And we're going to take a look at that in 1 second. But before we do, let me quickly tell you about our sponsor, Riot Stickers. You can get, but listen, be careful because you don't want Cheetah to sue you, but maybe get his permission first. You can get Cheetah's face on a sticker in the shape of a die cut sticker. You get Cheetah's bald head in the shape of a sticker when you go to riotstickers.com/Frumess. That's FRUMESS. Link is down in the description. You can get 100 stickers for $33. Okay. There you go. 100 stickers for $33. You get 100 Stiv Bators stickers for $33. You get 200 stickers for $66 or 300 stickers for $99 with free shipping. I'm going to play the theme song, and then we're going to read Cheetah's other comment.
We make stickers, banners, and buttons too, posters and promo cards. There's nothing we can't print for you. From stage backdrops to bass drum heads, we can print on shirts, we can print on hats, we can print on pants. Cheap prices and high quality, quick turnaround times and free shipping. We also offer free artwork support, great customer service, and so much more. RiotStickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. RiotStickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. RiotStickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. RiotStickers.com, Riot Stickers, we are the bomb.
So that was his first comment, right? That was the first thing that that Cheetah said on the matter. And then Jake posted something, I think, and then Cheetah either responded to that or he doubled down on his statement. Here's what he said, okay? This is what he says afterwards. He says the following. Myself and the band would like to apologize. The reason why I found out about this is because somebody on the other video that I posted earlier today posted this response, copied and pasted onto the video. I was like, this is worth its own video. So that's why we're here talking about this. And this is what Cheetah says. Myself and the band would like to apologize, as if the band is making any of these decisions, for all the bullshit drama today. We're just as surprised as anyone about this, mostly. I don't know, man. Jake is saying that you guys were having this discussion like in August. So it sounds like you wouldn't be surprised. You've been going back and forth about this for a while. He says Jake didn't have the maturity or the patience or ability to sit down reasonably sober and discuss this. Discuss what? Having his voice turn into Stiv Bators' voice, as per the copy and paste from an alleged contract that was presented to him in some way, shape, or form. It's just like such a classic example of, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's like literally doing something. It's like painting the side of a wall red and going, no, that wall is not red. I am not painting that wall red. Like taking a bite out of somebody's hamburger and saying, I did not just take a bite of your hamburger. Like that's literally the type of denial of reality that we're kind of getting here. He says the entire band wanted him to. We didn't want Jake to go anywhere. He was one of us. Whatever his motivations are, we know what his motivations are. He stated them. He said, I can't be a part of this. It's against my religion. I can't be a part of you perverting, Stiv Bators' voice in this kind of way. Whatever his motivations are, Cheetah's basically saying, this is what it sounds like. It sounds like Cleopatra or somebody. Again, I'm piecing this together in my head. I don't know. This is what happened. This is just what I imagine. Cheetah or somebody at Cleopatra. Somebody pitches somebody. Hey, I imagine Cleopatra's doing the pitching, but I don't actually know. Allegedly, maybe Cleopatra goes to Cheetah because Cheetah says he's not even aware of AI. Cleopatra goes, hey, we can kind of make you sound, or we can make your singer sound like Stiv Bators, or we want your singer to sound like Stiv Bators, and we have the technology to do it. And here's the money we're going to give you, and you're going to give us a Dead Boys record. And Cheetah is sitting there rubbing his chin going, actually. And Jake's going, hey, man, this is not cool. This is a line I won't cross. And Cheetah's like, well, let me think about it a little bit. Like not acknowledging like how like, problematic it all is, He says whatever his motivations are not to, he doesn't mind emulating Stiv, but not to sound like him, not to have his voice transformed into Stiv's. Whatever his motivations are, he wanted to unilaterally make an uninformed decision. It sounds like it wasn't entirely uninformed. It sounds like he was more aware of it than maybe either you are, unless you're pretending to be naive about this, right? You can't claim to know what AI is and not be stoked about AI. And then literally in the next sentence go, however, we will use AI to sort of create this Stiv thing, even though I, functionally told you, both you, the public, as well as my lead singer, that we're not using any AI to sound like Stiv Bators, except that's literally what you're friggin' doing. Literally. He wanted to make a unilaterally make an uninformed decision that would affect the whole band based on the dislike of AI. So he's saying, so Cheetah's saying, I don't like AI, but I want to use AI to sound. I mean, it's just this is such crap. This is crap, Cheetah. I'm sorry, I got to call you on it, man. He refused and insisted, and it came to a head on Saturday for whatever reason. I've been doing this shit and leading this band a tad longer than Jake's been in it. Have I let you down yet? I mean, kind of. I think re-recording Young, Loud, and Snotty was a pointless exercise that you did for monetary gain, you know? He says, other than being an out-of-control rock and roll clown, I think, Cheetah, respectfully, I think you are being an out-of-control rock and roll clown in this regard. Believe it or not, I'm actually not stupid or I'm not going to say that word. Stupid, or he says the R word, which is a very offensive word in this day and age. Though if I know you think I am, I will use it to my advantage. I mean, you're trying to use it to your advantage, but we see right through this paper thin facade, man. I don't suffer fools well at all, and Jake has been very selfish, foolish, and short-sighted on this one. I'm not wearing this one, guys, because I don't own it. Cheetah, you own it more than anybody else, man. You own it more than friggin' Stiv Bators owns his own voice, alive or dead. Hate me if you want for considering every option. I don't, Cheetah, I'll tell you, as a fan of the Dead Boys, the original Dead Boys, I don't hate you. I understand what your intentions and motivations are. I just think they're shitty ones, and I think it just kind of like really doesn't do you or the legacy of the Dead Boys in any favors. It just gets tacked on. Again, you can't tarnish the Dead Boys. The legacy is intact in that way, but you look foolish, man. So yeah, you don't suffer fools well, you don't suffer yourself well. It says, hate me if you want for considering every option on how to make money, but I'm not going to say I'm wrong when I'm only trying to be fair. I don't think you're being fair to the memory of your friend Stiv Bators, but that's just me. If you don't like or respect me, don't come to our shows. I assure you, I've had many times to see Cheetah Chrome's Dead Boys, and I've avoided it every time because I'm like, I can't in good conscience. Like if they were opening for some other band I was saying, of course I would check out the novelty of hearing live Dead Boys music, but there's no way I'm going to pay to go see, Cheetah with four other dudes, like nothing faces, pretending to be the Dead Boys. It doesn't friggin' work, man. What the hell just dropped? Something fell. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. It doesn't work. You can't do that. You just can't. It just doesn't jive, man. He says, I don't want you there. Go see Alter Duh, whatever. I think that's Jake's band. If you want the real thing, the punk credibility is here. I don't think there is any credibility in this, Cheetah. And you're most welcome. Last word from me on this. It really is irritating for adults. So he says he's not going to comment again on this. This is all we're getting from him. Someone responds here. So we have some responses, and Cheetah responds in the comments, which is great because you can actually see him interacting. Someone says, so from the tone of your last two posts, it sounds like someone potentially on the label end is in fact at least discussing the possibility of an AI-enabled Dead Boys record, though, right? I can respect the idea that you want to hear somebody out before saying no. And in the last post, you mentioned revenue streams, quote unquote, as a motivating factor. Well, I'll tell you what, if you can pledge not to do a record with an AI, Steve, I'll donate the price of the album would have cost and buy new copies of Young, Loud, and Snotty, and We Have Come for Your Children and Night of the Living Dead Boys. Hell, if you want to take care of the new band members with performance royalties, do a new vinyl pressing of Still Snotty, and I'll get that too. But please, as if that's going to pay them. Come on. But please, on behalf of Dead Boys fans, nobody wants an AI-generated punk record. You're among the first to make punk rock for real. Please don't be the first to make it with an algorithm. Somebody else liked that comment. I'm looking for more comments here. Let's see what else. Let's see what else Cheetah says. Nope. Let's see if Cheetah responds to this one. Here we go. Jen's 1029 says, I don't know much about AI, but I do think it's going to cause a lot of problems in the future for the whole world. It's too easy to see. It's too easy for the wrong people to steal someone's identity with all this modern technology and complex computer hacking to begin with. Adding AI to the mix makes it even more dangerous. In terms of using it in the music industry, it might be different, but I still would be cautious. It's up to you how you would want to proceed and explore it. It's your band. I mean, it is his band, but it's not the Dead Boys, right? So saying it's your band. Without you, there would be no Dead Boys. That is such bullshit, man. Without Stiv Bators, Jeff Magnum, Johnny Blitz, and Jimmy Zero, there is no Dead Boys. There's just Cheetah Chrome, which is fine, but call yourself Cheetah Chrome or call yourself a Dead Boy or Dead Boy instead of Dead Boys. You've done a great job so far. I've come to see you in Chicago at the Empty Bottle a few years ago, brought my oldest daughter. Thank you for signing her album and meeting with her. We even got a pic too. Blah, 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 blah. Jake did a great job. Hope you guys can work this out. He says, Jake does an awesome Stiv. He says, by the way, what's Blitz up to lately? He was there drumming and that blah, 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 blah. Sorry. I'm like, it's super late. Cheetah gives a thoughtful, or I don't know if it's thoughtful, but it gives a big reply. He says, I agree. AI was created by greedy assholes to make money off of dead people and put living ones out of work. I don't like it. I hate the whole concept of a computer running things, mainly because computers are made by humans and people are idiots. Garbage in, garbage out. But you're literally doing that on your record. That's literally what's happening on your record, right? But no one in my band is going to give me a deadline and an ultimatum after I gave him a break. And I don't, and to do it publicly like Jake did seems like a cry for attention or help. Not anything a grown man does. I'm going to chalk it up to Jameson's one this round. Got to go start making calls. So he's basically saying, I don't have a problem with the AI like I claimed I did in my last thing. His problem is that his bandmate was passionate about not doing something that Cheetah wanted to do. And here we have the response. It's a nice little simp response. I'm not even going to bother friggin' reading it. Yerky from the 69 Eyes says your current lineup is the best band I've ever seen in years. So he's on board. Let's see what else there's. So someone responds, so you are doing an AI Dead Boys record then? And he doesn't respond to that. Does he respond here? Yeah, here we go. Here's another response. Death Disco 666 says, I'm sure if the discussion about releasing or even fucking with AI was shut down by all involved, this wouldn't have been an issue and Jake would still be happily fronting this iconic band. Not one real fan of Dead Boys wants to even hear anything AI of the band. I hope all of you can take a deep breath, gather your thoughts, and sort the shit out. You're better than this. Alter Day fucking rules, by the way, just like DB, aka Dead Boys. So this guy is coming out to support Jake, the lead singer. And Cheetah responds. He says, the AI is a label idea. I agreed to listen to their idea, period. Right. He's claiming he agreed to listen to the period, but he's claiming that he agreed to listen to the idea. But what he's not acknowledging is the fact that they just released a press release today using language that suggests that Cheetah Chrome's vocals are going to be augmented to sound like Stiv Bators. And it's a result of the fact that Jake, based on what Jake is saying, that Jake didn't want to do that and wasn't the singer, didn't want to be the singer anymore. He says, after having been in the hospital most of this year, I wasn't really able to handle this. I asked Jake to give me till January. He gave me an ultimatum and threats. I don't accept either. He wants to quit and make an ass of himself. Oh, well, I can sing too. I mean, that's what Cheetah's doing. This is a power play. It's about control, and not acknowledging the band members' rightful, reservations, if you ask me. Trying to see what else we have here. Here's another long one. Let's see if Cheetah responds to that. Yeah, he does. All right. So Jen says, I don't know much about AI. I do think it's going to cause a lot of problems. We already read that one, actually. Here's the response from Cheetah. Oh, no. We saw this already. Why is it? That's weird. Why is it doing that? I'm like fading you guys. I'm getting very tired. Very, very tired. I think I know this band, actually. All right, we'll check that in a minute. Someone else says, tell us how you really feel about Jake and his very good, mind you, band Alter de Fe. Seems he was right to leave. You brought up maturity, but this response is way immature, in my opinion. Here's the deal. AI in music and art is lame and shouldn't ever be considered, period. Sounds like you considered it. He's in the right. Cleopatra is even more in the wrong if this is the case, though, but they lost their credit a long time ago. I don't think he's wrong about anything he said there. I'm just looking for the Cheetah Chrome responses. He does go through. He does say a bunch of stuff. I can't keep going through this. I'm fading quickly. So the bottom line is, Cheetah doesn't really give a fuck. He is more concerned about revenue streams than he is about artistic integrity. And this guy, Jake, blew the whistle. And now people are shitting all over him in the comments, but nobody's really saying anything of substance, and I think I'm glad that he's on board. He understands the situation. He understands that the stuff I'm talking about, what's his face? The lead singer guy. Oh God, I just had what is his name again? Shit. Jake. And that's pretty much it, So Cheetah has responded, and Cheetah's basically saying, I don't give a fuck. I almost died. I like being the Dead Boys, and I'm going to continue to be the Dead Boys. And that's it. And at the end of the day, you just gotta roll with it as best you fucking can. I'm fading here quick, you guys. I'm gonna pass out. I just had to do a follow-up. I wanted to follow up with you and update you on that. And so now this guy is 86th from Dead Boys altogether. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's a bad thing. I mean, the guy, for what he was doing, he was just inserted himself into that role of Stiv Bators, I'm not sure if he really did any teaching or anything. He probably did. He was a smart fucking guy. But I'm really tired. So I'm going to go. But I had to talk about the fact that Cheetah acknowledged this. And it seems to me that Cheetah is like interested. Cheetah is interested in whatchamacallit. He's interested in retiring. Did I just say that right? I don't know what the fuck I said. I'm really exhausted. I'm gonna go. What do you think of all this, man? Is there anything else to really talk about in regards to this? I think this kind of says it all. We just now need to see what the final product looks like. Will they be successful in their pre-production endeavors? I mean, I hope so. I really do trust Brennan Cronenberg. So whatever he's going to get out of Eli Roth, it's going to be good. I have faith in him. I'm literally passing out at the keyboard. I'm going to pass out. So I'm going to go. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if we have any really pressing updates about this, we'll take them. But other than that, I think this pretty much speaks to the whole thing. We know that we know what the deal is, and that's good. It's good to know what the deal is. So, in any case, peace, hair grease. We'll see you next time.